Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fluent English with Podcast. I'm Sophie.
And I'm Alan. Happy to be here with you again today.
Are you a good sleeper, Alan?
Well, most of the time, but sometimes I have the strangest dreams.
Me too. Dreams can be so weird and interesting, can't they?
Absolutely. That's why we thought today's topic would be perfect for helping you improve your English listening and speaking skills.
Exactly. By listening to conversations about dreams, you can learn new vocabulary and expressions related to sleep and experiences.
And of course, talking about your own dreams is a great way to practice speaking English in a fun and relaxed way.
So today's theme is my weirdest dreams. We'll be sharing some of our own strange dream experiences, listening to some funny dream stories from our listeners, and even having a few conversations about dreams.
Sounds like a wild ride, doesn't it? Before we dive in, let's learn a few words that might be helpful when talking about dreams.
Dream. This is a story or image that appears in your mind while you're sleeping.
Weird. This means strange or unusual.
Scary. This means something that makes you feel afraid.
Funny. This means something that makes you laugh.
Remember. This means to be able to recall something from your memory.
Now let's get started with some dream stories.
Okay, for our first dream story, we're going to hear from a listener named John. Let's see what he has to tell us.
Hi, Sophie and Alan. Thanks for letting me share my dream. Last night I dreamt I was a cat. I was walking around my house, but everything was giant-sized. The furniture was like mountains, and my food bowl was like a swimming pool. It was really weird, but also kind of fun.
Wow, John, that sounds like a wild dream. Being a cat and having giant furniture, that's definitely strange.
I bet it was fun exploring the house like that, though. Did you catch any mice in your dream pool?
Good one, Sophie. Maybe John can tell us more about his dream adventures next time.
Absolutely. Now, before we move on to the next dream story, let's talk a little bit about John's dream. What can we learn from it?
Well, for one thing, it shows us that dreams can be anything. We can be animals, or things can be different sizes. There are no rules.
Exactly. And John used some helpful words to describe his dream, like giant and weird. These are good words to use when talking about unusual experiences.
So next time you have a strange dream, try to remember some details and use these words to describe it in English.
Dreams can be so puzzling sometimes. Let's listen to a conversation between two friends, Emily and Daniel, where Emily describes a strange dream and Daniel tries to make sense of it.
Hey Daniel, can I tell you about a weird dream I had last night?
Sure, of course. What happened?
Okay, so I dreamt I was at the beach, but the sand was bright pink. And there were these giant talking crabs everywhere, wearing sunglasses.
Wow, that is definitely strange. Pink sand and sunglasses on crabs? Anything else you remember?
Yeah, I was trying to build a sandcastle, but the crabs kept stealing my buckets and spades. They were saying something about a crab rave later that night.
A crab rave? Interesting. Maybe the dream is about feeling frustrated. Were you stressed about anything lately?
Actually, yeah, I have a big presentation at work this week, and I'm feeling a little overwhelmed.
That could be it. Maybe the crabs represent challenges you're facing, and the pink sand symbolizes feeling out of your comfort zone.
Wow, you might be onto something. I never thought about it that way.
Dreams can be symbolic, you know? They might be your subconscious mind trying to tell you something.
That's true. Maybe I just need to relax and focus on preparing for my presentation. Thanks for listening, Daniel.
No problem, Emily. Glad I could help. And hey, who knows, maybe you'll get to see some actual crabs at the beach someday, minus the sunglasses and the rave, of course.
So, what did you think of that conversation, Alan?
I thought it was a great example of how to talk about dreams and try to understand their meaning. Daniel used questions to help Emily analyze her dream and connect it to her waking life.
Absolutely, and even though interpreting dreams can be subjective, it can be a fun way to explore your thoughts and feelings.
As promised, let's hear another dream story from a listener. This time it's Sarah.
Hi, Sophie and Alan. I had the strangest dream last night. I was swimming in the ocean, but instead of water, it was filled with chocolate milk. And there were giant marshmallows floating everywhere. It sounded delicious, but I was also kind of scared of drowning in chocolate.
Wow, Sarah, that sounds like a wild dream. Chocolate milk and marshmallows, that's definitely unusual for an ocean.
It does sound delicious, though. Maybe you have a secret craving for sweets.
Maybe, but Sarah also mentioned feeling scared. Do you think the dream could have another meaning?
It's possible. Dreams can sometimes symbolize our fears or anxieties. Maybe Sarah's worried about something in her life that feels overwhelming, like a big project or an important decision.
That's a good point. The chocolate milk could represent feeling stuck or unable to move forward.
Exactly. It's interesting how dreams can use strange symbols to convey complex emotions.
Absolutely. Thanks for sharing your dreams, Sarah. We hope this discussion helps you understand it a little better.
Dreams can be a window into our subconscious, but figuring them out can be tricky. Let's listen to another conversation, this time between a therapist, Dr. Lee, and a client, Ben, who's trying to understand a recurring dream.
Hi, Ben. Thanks for coming in today. Tell me more about this dream you keep having.
Sure, Dr. Lee. Every few nights I dream I'm lost in a giant maze. The walls are really high and I can't find my way out. It feels very frustrating.
I see. How do you feel when you wake up from the dream?
Anxious and trapped, like I can't solve a problem in my life.
Interesting. Mazes can symbolize feeling confused or unsure about which direction to take in life. Is there anything going on in your waking life that might be causing you these feelings?
Actually, yes, I'm thinking about changing careers, but I'm not sure if it's the right decision.
The dream could be reflecting your indecisiveness. Maybe you're feeling lost about the future.
That makes sense. The maze feels never-ending in the dream, just like I can't seem to find the answer.
Dreams don't always give clear answers, but they can point us towards something we need to address. Have you thought about exploring your career options more?
I have, but it's scary. What if I make the wrong choice?
Fear of failure is common. But sometimes staying stuck in the maze is worse than taking a chance and finding your way out.
You're right. Maybe I should talk to a career counselor or someone in the field I'm interested in.
That sounds like a great plan, Ben. Facing your fears can help you move forward in your waking life and hopefully out of the maze in your dreams.
Thanks, Dr. Lee. I feel a little more hopeful now.
So, Alan, what did you think of that conversation?
I thought it was a good example of how a therapist can help someone explore the meaning of their dreams. Dr. Lee used open-ended questions to help Ben connect his dream to his waking life anxieties.
Exactly. And even though dreams can be strange, they can offer valuable insights into our emotional state. Well, that's all the time we have for today on Fluent English with Podcast.
We hope you enjoyed learning about dreams and exploring some fun conversations in English. Don't forget to share your own weirdest dreams in the comments below.
And if you're looking for more resources to improve your English listening and speaking skills, be sure to check out the links in the description box below this video.
From all of us here at Fluent English with Podcast, thanks for joining us and happy learning.